very much. The session is also very much about breaking down barriers in Europe. But let's not forget we've also already had a backlash against free trade in Europe. We had take back control in the UK. What is your agenda to address that backlash? I think that's vital. Also because for citizens we live in an age of enormous insecurity. Inflation, flexibilization, globalization adds to that. So I think if you want to have an agenda to break down barriers, you also need an agenda to create security and create income security. So what is your agenda if you want to have a free trade agenda to address that backlash in Europe as well?
Great. So we've got which kinds of tariffs is Europe likely to face? Is this the darkest moment in bilateral relations with the US? And how do we sell tariffs internally? I'm going to come to each of you panelists just for a final statement. Minister Joly.
Yes. So, Ambassador, when it comes to how to deal with President Trump, what I would say is you don't start by presenting what you want in a deal. I think that you have to present your stance, and then it will end up to a deal. And President Trump is the only one who will cut that deal. Nobody else in his administration. But why I say that is I see a lot of my European colleagues that are thinking that, they come up with their proposal, or sometimes they divide each other. That's not how it works, guys. This is about strength and courage. And then, once he respects you, then you're able to cut a deal. That's how I see it, and that's our own experience. And yes, you can get to a place where actually it's a win-win. And yes, you can get to a place of respect. But President Trump right now is governing through executive orders. He will continue. He will use a lot of different opportunities to do that. And it will be linked to a lot of national security and the fact of ultimately being able to have the power to impose tariffs. Because when you think about it, technically trade is under the legislative branch, not the executive powers. But he will continue to use national emergency issues as a way to make sure that he can continue to put tariffs on different countries.
Thank you.